that got banned out. And I played a lot of Urza, but then when Astrolabe got banned out, you couldn't play Urza mid-range realistically anymore, so that went away. Alright, is this hand keepable? It seems really bad. Yeah, this seems like a mulligan. Also, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Alright, this is unkeepable. We're not against the Luris deck. Oh, this hand is perfection. Holy shit. I might want to keep one of the extra explorers. Because I still have 3 lands, and, like, if they do kill my turn 1 Reclaimer, I don't want to be up a creek. I haven't been on it that long, though, Alucartes. But I do like the turns archetype, so I'm not... I've been doing a variety of decks for a long, long time, though. And, like, in terms of competitive events, yeah, I mostly play the Velomachus turns deck, and every time I try something different, I haven't done very well, and I've moved off it quickly. But it's also because I never prepared as much as I prepared with that deck. All right, we've found an archetype that's unlikely to remove my Reclaimer on 1. Pretty good hand, though. E-Tron since 2017. I've never played a deck that's been legal for that long. That's the problem. So this gets me a land tapped. I kind of want to just go explore into Heath, into ending their drum and reduce their artifact count and their mana by a bit. Anything that you can do to slow down the start out of these decks is pretty important. Do I want to shock here? I don't actually have double green yet, so we might as well. Yeah, sometimes. We'll see. I don't mind being the Velomachus guy. The turns guy. Either of those are fine by me. I like both of those things. Please don't have colored mana. Looks like they don't. Yeah, they were just counting on the... Holy crap. I think we just play the Bog and pass. Oh, this does get an untapped land, huh? But then I have to concede to taking 5? That's a big resource gain, though. Alright. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking. It's probably because you play the second one untapped. Like, you float the mana and play the second one untapped, sack the first. Yeah, that's the specific play I'm thinking of. I'm not just thinking of, like, cleansing wildfiring it. Thanks, Jig. Jig watching out for me. Cataclysm with flagstones. That makes sense. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not a thought monitor. He do be big, though. So I'm not going to put enough lands into my graveyard this turn, so we just have to take the 4. We start blocking the Frogmites next turn, though, so that's not so bad. Does it have Knights? The Reliquary? I don't think so. So search for Plains. Look at the Triome. And now we get any land. Probably supposed to get another Flagstones. Getting Valakut doesn't help me yet. And I can get it next turn if I draw the Dryad. Oh, shit! I have Sagas. I'm a moron. Yeah, I'm just a moron. Yeah, that's on me. I forgot we're playing. Yeah, you missed all 4 hours of check pile. Yikes. This is like a 30 land deck, of course. All right, well, this is a 3/4. Let's play this on 0 in case they draw any more zeros. And ending the Memnite. This reduces their artifact count, and we're taking up to 6. We might be okay. So check pile again is a reference to early, or not early, is a reference to a legacy deck. Yeah, 4-color control mid-range, specifically blue, black, red, green. Second Mirror Enforcer. Yikes. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. Yeah, missing the Saga for 1 turn is going to end up being a problem. Although I got to keep ramping with the Reclaimer, so it's not so bad. It had DRS. I mean, I never particularly think of DRS as being an integral part of that deck, but yeah, I own a foil German Kess, and I would really love to play it. All right, where is my Sagas? There we go. We're playing 4 Sagas. Really should have gotten 1. It's okay. DRS was kind of the key card in pile. Well, it was, but like, I don't think of it as a Deathrite Shaman deck, right? I think of it as all the other things I described it as. The fact that it is a Deathrite Shaman deck is not... Shoot. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, then I'm sure I'm just wrong. Okay, so we shock this so that I can go make a construct, trade with the Frogmite, plus get the other Saga, and then maybe 2 Sagas gets us through the next turn. Right. I don't know. I still hear Legacy players talk about check pile, and like the DRS fact of it is just never the thing that people talk about. But maybe it's like that's just an oversight. Am I just dead this turn? I'm just dead this turn. Never mind. Wait, no, I can block, but then yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, I screwed this game up. I mean, when people play like 4-color value pile control, I think most people still call that check pile. That has been my experience of watching people play that deck, those decks. People will still refer to that as check pile. I have no idea what to sideboard out here. Yeah, exactly. Well, because Fade-In is usually punishing thieves, right? Yeah, this deck should be fun. Well, yeah, I mean, it can be punishing thieves or it can be Strifle Pile. How's it playing? Well, we just lost game 1 against a pretty busted start out of Affinity, but that's not really our fault. Yes, Strifle doesn't like it called Strifle Pile, which is like, you know, it makes sense, right? Maybe I'm supposed to board out the Bog. I think. Wrenn seems weak here. Yeah, we could probably cut a Wrenn. I don't want to go too far down. Kaya, was that for this chat? Because if so, I don't see to whom that is pointed. Unless it's pointed to me. In which case, no, I didn't. Do I want Ghost Quarter? I don't want Ghost Quarter here either, right? Me? No. I never met you. You're like 1 degree of separation away. So no fetch land. Can't cast the Wrenn and Six. No. Much better. Not great, but much better. Made it makes this turn a little easier. What's the better one drop? All right. Ragavan or DRS? It's got to be DRS, right? No way. What is this? I think DRS wins out slightly. I think DRS wins out a lot. Although the treasures are very... So now they can play a Frogmite for 1 mana. It's probably okay. I just need to not let them get enough artifacts in for a Thought Cast. So I can now kill Thopter Memnite. So now they can't Thought Cast unless they play land into Thought Cast. You know what? I got the second one. This is probably good enough. Like, I think this is fine. Ragavan doesn't use Graveyard, but it also doesn't hate the Graveyard. Yeah, the Ragavan does have to attack to generate value, but it generates more value. Do I have room to do this? Or should I just hold? I should probably just hold it. I would like to know I'm going to draw a fetch land. But whatever. If this is like a giant fake out, I'm going to be... that is not the song we're listening to right now. We're listening to my iTunes because chat let the song queue empty out. And we're listening to Barracuda by Heart. It's got all the good juggada-jugs. Juggada-jug, 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 juggada-jug. Okay. Oh, what's your count, Kaya? Now that there's coverage, are you more incentivized to go for the win? I know the coverage is amateur, but... I probably want EE, huh? Did I? Why is there coverage for Trophy later? Honestly, because Spike made it a thing. $200 play points? No, they should get more than that. Yeah, like 1,000 play points would be pretty cool. Spike's out there carrying the category. Oh yeah, so we have to come up with a negative rant for that rant. Did anyone have a link to that? I've never seen it before. What is it, Harry MTG? Yeah, that would be pretty cool, Tunneling Cat. No, seriously, I want to see this. I've never seen it before. Who plays the Root Walla guy? I don't know. Some guy I hired. He's a whack job. It's me. Thanks. I'll watch this later. Rootwalla guy is kind of hot, though. I mean, yeah, people would say that about Macho Man Randy Savage. How does one find their DCI number? I don't know. Mine's been memorized for years. No, I'm not joking. I've just memorized mine forever ago. I don't remember now. DCI is gone? No, it's still there. My number's still 999-8117. Yeah. Nope, 999-87817. There it is. Am I happy to slow roll this game? Yeah, I think so. Because I just want to control their speed a little bit. They didn't have any 0 drops, so it's pretty important. DCI numbers are discontinued, not used anymore. I had to fill mine out reasonably recently, but maybe... They scooped? Alright, whatever. They're 100% discontinued. I'm not Rootwalla. I mean, I'm Zach Manisymbol Ryle. I employ Randy Rootwalla. So, like... my Twitter, for example, right? You can see right here that I am Zach Manisymbol Ryle, right? Zach Warp Termed Ryle, Manisymbol. And then, like, there is a guy named Randy Rootwalla, but you can see here is an entirely separate Twitter account. Right? You see this guy? Not me. Yeah, see, he's got a beard. That was on Twitter. It's on Randy Rootwalla's Twitter. R Rootwalla. R Rootwalla MTG. Kaya. Why aren't you watching him? He's not live. He doesn't even have his own channel. I don't know if that dude has an ID. Oh, Twinless, it's definitely me. That's me. It's me. I'm Randy Rootwalla. Chat has been adamant since I started doing it that, like, when people ask about it, they'll be like, it doesn't look like me. I guess a bandana and a little bit of facial hair. Like, I grow out my my facial hair when I want to play Randy. Well, we lose. I mean, not yet. We haven't. We'll probably lose, though. Right. See, like, the thing, Twinless, though, is, like, my chat just, like, hopped on board with the bit so fast and, like, 100%. They were just, like, they got it. Like, and then a couple people didn't, but, like, mostly my chat was just, like, they were just 100%, like, they got it. Like, yeah, it's just, like, different glasses. I usually wear a bandana or a hat. It's enough. Like, it's enough to transform how much you look like what you look like. Oh, they're surgicaling me? Hey, Spider. This is Fran's deck. You know this deck. You missed Check Pile. We went 4-0 in games into a 2-3 league. Do I normally get 100 plus viewers? I got 2 little raids, but they were, like, a lot of people ended really early. What's the Harry rant I'm going to mock? I have it here. Someone clipped it or sent me the clip. Because on Spike's chat, they were talking about someone needs to. Does Randy Rootwall have a weeaboo? Isn't the weeaboo? Isn't a weeaboo a person who's like an anime fan? Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Fran was giving me a hard time. To be fair, I never had mana problems. What's a weebo then? Weibo? I have no idea what that is. Why would you do push-ups on concrete? Because I was on a run. I go run 5 miles, and approximately once a mile, I stop, and I... Weibo is PRC Twitter. Oh, no, I don't. Well, I mean, I'm following the Randy Rootwalla exercise diet. You made a very mana symbol-esque deck. I'm interested in what you think a very mana symbol-esque deck constitutes. I have to search anyway. It made you think of me? I'm glad things that I do make other people think of me. Come on, archive trap me. Weibo? Sure, I believe that. It's a creativity deck. I mean, I didn't build Velomaga's turns. There was grass right next to me? The pavement's not that hot. And, like, my hands are pretty tough now, because I do bear crawls and stuff when I go on my runs, too. Yikes. Am I supposed to start beating down with this Reclaimer? Is Randy going to be recurring on a certain day of the week? I don't know. I haven't figured out what I want to do with Randy yet. I really mean that. I just don't know. Like, the last Randy stream I did was, like, not a big deal. Like, no, it was, like, it wasn't very popular. But, like, I guess if I advertised it better, it might have been. So, I don't know. Huh. This is hot. Download. Some of the best content you've seen. Yeah, it's had a very positive response. The fact that, like, Randy can be the foil to people like Spike makes me really happy, because, like, something I was thinking about is I was like, where are the heals? Like, Canister is the closest thing we have, and, like, Randy just blows Canister away in terms of being a heal. Heal is talk for, like, a wrestler who's, like, the bad guy. But, like, the bad guy you kind of love to hate, and, like, they have fans, too, because they're not evil. They're just kind of like a dick. Nah, yeah, but Hoagland's not, like, again, like, he's not, you can't compare. Like, Hoagland doesn't beef other, you need someone who's gonna beef people. I think I'm supposed to dodge the Saga here. Just blow out their field. Take them off the mana. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but that's what I'm gonna do. Someone said we lost as soon as this match started, so I assume this is a terrible matchup for us. It certainly seems like we can't. The Riddler is a heal? The character? Yeah, I mean, I like Jeff Hoagland, and I like him because he's very clear about who he is. So if you like him or you don't like him, at least you know exactly who he is. This matchup's like 70-30. I believe that. I just got all my Sagas surgical, so now I have essentially no clock until I find a Titania. I was right that they were holding on to the surgical before. Yeah, I would believe it. This is like a Titan deck, right? So we're just terrible against Mill. Right, but there will be people who don't like Randy. Like, I've already had people on my YouTube videos with him who are like, oh, this is so cringe. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm happy I did it. Other people seem to enjoy it. I can beef with other. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, Hoagland really just does not care what anyone thinks of him, and that's something, you know. I respect the hell out of the man. He works very hard, and he's good at what he does. You know, I just feel like Randy can be the thing that the thing that Magic needs a little bit more, or Modern especially needs a little bit more of. Well, I'm glad there's so many fans. He'll come back. Don't worry. Maybe I should make him a regular thing so that we can have it set up. He's gonna bench press this category. Yeah, I think once. Well, so it is pretty hard on my voice. It's not hard on my voice. No, but like Trump, at least Trump is clear about who he is. I'm not gonna say that it's a great. I'm not saying that means you are. Just as a counterpoint, you try to avoid watching when you're doing Randy streams. But then I can plan it so you know which nights not to watch Shadowless, because other people do seem to like it, right? So planning it helps everyone, right? Trump really isn't clear. Well, no, he's just clearly a bad person. Like, that's what he's clear about. He's clearly just a kind of a terrible person. And if anyone doesn't agree with me, that's fine. And if you want to leave, that's also fine. No, it's just but like the idea that they say how it is, that's so great. Like I understand how, like, when I talk about Hoagland, people are like, they hear it and they're like, oh, it's like you're talking about Trump. And it's like, well, yeah, but they're totally different levels of people. Well, they're upfront about who they are, and whether or not you think they're shitty or not, at least they're upfront about who they are. Right? And that's something. You can at least trust that Jeff Hoagland is exactly who Jeff Hoagland says he is, and you could probably trust that Trump is exactly who Trump says he is, because he is shitty and awful. Like, and not that you can trust who he says he is in that sense. Yeah, I get it, Kaya, but then there's also like it's a thing that you can't get anywhere else realistically, and nobody else is doing it. Like, I have something unique to donate to the world of Modern there, so, or the world of Magic there, and that at least is like, I don't know. I would prefer if no one in the chat was shit talking any other streamers. Nice top deck? It seems a little lethal. I'm not sure. Not sure if. Do it for 30. No. I'm going to schedule it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to schedule it so that people who like it can watch it, and the people who don't like it don't have to. That's what I'm going to do. And I put it in the stream title, although obviously that's not particularly clear. Okay, they're dead. I have 25 cards in my deck. Yeah, exactly. Randy's fun in a way that for no one else, that nobody else can do, and or no one else is doing, and that I think I want to keep doing it. And so for the people who, again, I label the stream when it's a Randy stream, but I'll promote it better. So we won the 70-30 in the game one. So yeah, Kaya, I understand, because I don't get to interact with the stream as me in a way that I normally do, and I miss it. Because when I'm Randy and the stream is going on and people are having different conversations, I want to, you know. Yeah, I like Hoagland's. I liked Hoagland's chat. I like Hoagland's channel. I like Jeff Hoagland. I'm not. If you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. You're not. Nobody's required to like it either. Like, it's not really but at least, like, one of the things I like about him, he's very clear about who he is. Do I always like his opinions on everything? No, but at least I know where he's at and what he's talking about. And, like, I don't know. I just, if you don't like him, don't watch him. Yeah. I heard so many bad things about Jeff Hoagland. At one point, I was like, I need to watch this guy because all I've ever heard of is bad things. And then I went there and I was like, oh, he's just a guy. He's not actually like a raging dickbag. He's just like, he has a very, I don't know, I want to say like he has a limited amount of patience most of the time. And, you know, he's not apologetic about his opinions or anything. And like, I guess a lot of my friends are very similar to Oakley because I grew up with a bunch of like hyper nerds, like very abrasive nerds. He's an asshole, right? But at least he's like very clearly, like he's very clear about being an ass. To a point where I don't really think of him as an ass. You know, there are people I know who I've met in my life where I feel that they're, yeah, obviously he's more mild now. I mean, he's older. But not always. Sometimes they will just time out some new person. I got timed out in Hoagland's chat one point, and I was for making a comment that was like, you know, a little under thought through and a little, you know, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that really was a little half cocked. He just doesn't like a lot of noise in the chat. That's fine. I should have boarded out the Ghost Quarter. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. It's not for you. And again, I'm going to do Randy streams. I will make it clear that it's going to be a Randy stream. I will put it in the stream title that it's going to be a Randy stream. If people need me to write the words Randy Rootwalla in this stream, I will do that if that's a level of clarity people want. And that's where we're going to be. Yeah. I brought in the needle for field. So, like, I did bring in something for field. When's the G-Tron stream? I've streamed G-Tron one time. I might see if I can get Emma Partlow on for G-Tron, because I know she likes that deck. I am going to be doing another Simpsons watch party on her stream sometime around next weekend. Yeah, Randy definitely can be... You can cut them off black. They run one swamp. Maybe. What's he supposed to bring as a character? So, have you ever seen Macho Man Randy Savage? That. It's just that. His existence is to be the heel that Magic doesn't currently have right now. Like, even the people who aren't, quote, like, nice guys. Like, Spike is a really nice human being. You know, but even the people who aren't nice, they're not mean. They're not, you know, they can't get up in your grill and, you know, Fran comes in here and criticizes my mana base, right? But like, he didn't call out me, the person. Randy can call out other people, but not for things that they're not, I don't know, like volunteering. So like, Randy can go and be mad at Spike for like winning with a lot of blue decks, let's say. Randy can go and roast Spike for doing things like playing mostly good meta cards. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect, just any of those. Like, all right, we just got Tasha down to 8 cards, so we're probably dead. His nephew sold you your house before he passed. Wow. Yeah, we're probably just dead here. Yeah, it's fine. We're against Mill on the draw, right? I can't do sleight of hand, but I can pull Randy's bits. Like, I don't know if you've watched any of the Randy videos, but like Randy had a trash can. Randy has swallowed a raw egg on Twitter. Like Randy does stunts. Randy ate an island on stream last time he did a stream. All right, we're dead. Like, this is what Randy brings. Like, Randy is insane. Rhyming poetry callouts? I don't know if that's a very Macho Man thing. Can you send me a signed Ways for Randy? Of course. Did he really? You gotta link me to that, Zam Gigif. Zam Gigif. No, Spider, you should be who you want to be, but like, listen, I'm not saying I'm an actor, but I'm saying I feel like I'm more of an actor than a lot of the people who do Twitch stuff. Or maybe I just have less shame. I don't know what it is that makes me inspired to do these things and want to do these things and do these things, but like, the point is, if you wanted to, as a semi-real version of Spider Space, you could get into a very big beef with Randy Rootwalla, and you could say whatever you want about him, and I will never be offended. And he's gonna say whatever he can, as my imagining of Randy Rootwalla would say about you, and you don't ever need to be offended. He's a character, and he's a caricature. And then if you ever are offended, just DM me, you know, and then we can work it out, because I don't, you know, I'm not really... Yeah, but it's like the WWE. It's like pro wrestling is like, it's fun because it's fake and everyone knows it's fake. That's the fun part. And if you believe I'm offended right now, I've never been able to do the re sound effect particularly well. All right. So if they have, trap, we're getting trapped, but that's okay. I'm gonna fetch shock EE on 1. Just bang off. Yeah. Like, Randy's just fun, and he could be the heal that we just don't have in Magic. Yeah, it's a sketchy keep. This is a bad matchup. Like, this matchup is so bad, I feel like almost no keep is... I don't know. Like, we don't have Veils to work with. Like, I have nothing. I have nothing to work with. Shia Leonin. I don't know what that is. Of course they have double trap. Oh, I think the last time I got double trapped, I died on turn 3. Shia LaBeouf, but Leonin. Probably never. That's not really a me. I don't. Is that a funny idea? I don't know. I'm not saying it's... you gotta give me more. Like, maybe that's better than I think it is, but, like... Yeah, well, I'm gonna do an interview. I'm gonna do an interview with Mean Mono Green Lanoir. Mean Mono Green Lanoir and Randy Rootwalla are gonna be next to each other on screen. I should be able to wrangle it. Alright, we're down to 19 cards in library. Alright, well, we're almost definitely dead, but if we're not, the play is Saga Wrenn and Six? Sure. Anyway, the fact that Spike liked the Randy Rootwalla... Well, we could Blast Zone next turn. I don't think Shia got canceled because of the Just Do It thing. In fact, I think that was pretty widely celebrated. You can win this easy? I mean, I don't know about that. We're already down to 18 cards in the library. They still have 3 cards in hand. If a single one of them is Tasha's Hideous Laughter, we're probably going to die on the spot. Especially if they have the land to play it, right? Because then we're down to 15 cards. You make a persona similar to that? I mean, Randy has that persona. And that's the thing, is like, Randy's not just going to be straight up Randy Savage. He's going to have, like, I already put out a tweet that was talking to Connor Man 11, who I really appreciate as a, you know, kind of newcomer to streaming, who I think he's got a great energy, and he makes some good content. He makes some good decks. He makes good plays when he's on stream. So, and I watched him the other night, and he was kind of having a bit of a down night, and so I felt like it would be funny to have a Randy Rootwalla, like funny, but like also I don't know, like Randy's a heel, but he's not entirely an asshole. Like he has people that he likes, much like Randy Savage when he teamed up with Hulk Hogan and things like that. And I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but like people go through arcs, right? But it's interesting and fun in games because it's interesting and fun in games. Like it's a drama. Let it go. Are all 3 endurance gone? I honestly didn't check. 1, 2. Yeah. They got all 3 right away. I don't even know if I can get anything with this. Nope. Fuck. That's brutal. Yeah. And again, for those who are not, like, I'm gonna do plenty of non-Randy streams, and like, you could do other stuff when Randy's streaming Magic here. I was probably supposed to play a Saga right away. It looks like it's not gonna matter. Randy's your new god. I'm glad people like it so much. And again, I'm glad Spike took the thing really well, because I fairly recently I saw Spike was talking about why Principe, and yeah, this matchup feels really, really bad. I mean, the fact that I didn't mulligan to an endurance, which if I had been talking less and paying more attention, like that wouldn't have happened. Do you think you might get in trouble for letting Randy play on my account? I don't care. What are they gonna do? Shut down Magic Online? Probably be saving themselves a headache eventually. Snapcaster. What? Why do you even care? Alright, whatever. Wish we had GQ here. Do you? Oh yeah, because I could probably take them off all their lands. All their mana. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. I honestly, by the time we started this, I was just so wiped out. I just didn't even. I wasn't thinking clearly. This is the kind of reason that I didn't play this deck before. Is I was like, I felt like this is the kind of stuff we were gonna lose to. I don't know how to play a deck that has Ghost Quarter in Modern. I know how to play decks that have Field of Ruin, but I don't know how to play a deck that has Ghost Quarter. Which is like a really weird statement, but I'm just like, I've never played a Ghost Quarter deck before. No, Mill's a good goddamn deck. It's got some really good matchups. That's one of them. Anything that's a mid-range deck. Give that other guy 1,000 channel points. He bet against me and won. Check pile games were hilarious. Not sure you've even heard of Faithless Brewing. Faithless Brewing is an amazing podcast. Yeah, Spider knows. Oh, technically I've played a small number of Ghost Quarter decks, because I did enjoy playing a tiny amount of Taxes, and then it was too big brain for me, and I just went back to playing Urza decks. Let's queue, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I really hate Leonin Arbiter as a card. That's the biggest reason I didn't play those decks very long is that probably that actually. All right, we gotta mull that. Thanks for the follow there, Xhoon X. Holy crap! Do I have to mull this one too? Jesus. It's not even about Comp Rel though. All right, there we go. That makes sense? Yeah, it does. The thing that I hate about Leonin Arbiter is when it punishes people for keeping hands in the Modern format that are totally reasonable to keep in the Modern format. And they just lose the game because they kept a hand with like 2 fetch lands on the draw and no 1-mana removal. I just like it's like Ragavan. I just think it's obnoxious and awful. That's why it's great. Well, I mean, if you like free wins, then yeah. But I've never been a fan of like wins that free. Pretty easy to sequence around. Again, like you say that, but there are just games where it's just not going to happen. You are going to die once it happens. I know because I've been the player in those games. Like Leonin Arbiter causes free wins. That's my final opinion on the matter. Like it's just not, you're not going to argue me into any kind of place where I'm going to say that that's not a fact. So I can't get the Shadowspear in for now. It sucks. Stomping Grounds? Yeah, I was thinking about it. 4-bat with Counterspell, you need powerful 1-drops. I know, but like, and again, like maybe this is just boomer me. It's just like back before it was like if you had a hand with like 3 fetch lands and a mana leak and then some other kind of expensive spells, you were like, well, I'm on the draw, but you know, a reasonable realm of cards or decks, I'll be fine. And then they're on the play and they hit you with Leonin Arbiter. It's like, oh, well, I'm not playing any Magic. Right. Yeah, Zamgief has got a point there as well. Like, that's... Oh, crap. Wait, Lightning Bolt Brazen Borrower? Oh, this is the new Blue Moon deck. All right. I agree that Tax is a very interesting and nuanced deck, but I like what it is and how it exists in Legacy better than I liked what it was and how it existed in Modern, specifically because of Leonin Arbiter instead of Wasteland. Because Wasteland in Legacy is a well-known thing that once you get through being a beginner in Legacy, you understand that every time you play a non-basic land, you might be walking it into a Wasteland. Every time. Every time. Whereas Leonin Arbiter is a pretty rare card to run into in Modern. And so, in a game 1, in the dark, all of a sudden you just lost. Wasteland is way more feels bad. Not for the Legacy players. The people who play Legacy a lot, they're like, yes, it's Wasteland, man. It's just Wasteland. Don't be mad about Wasteland. Wasteland's the format you're playing. It's like being mad about Force of Will. Like, what are you doing? You can't be mad about Wasteland in Legacy. It's Legacy. No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying, Callie, is that in Modern, you don't choose to run against, like, only people who want Wasteland play it. You mean play Legacy? I don't think everyone who plays Legacy wants Wasteland to be a part of it. Because not everyone is expecting to run into Arbiter. And there's a lot of decks and a lot of games where you play a deck or keep a hand or end up in a situation where you are incredibly vulnerable to Leonin Arbiter, but it's a very uncommon thing to happen. Which, to be fair, is kind of Modern as a whole, right? There's a lot of people who have a feel-bad loss to Dredge, have a feel-bad loss to, you know, everything. But I don't know. It's like, it's just, because it's not a normal part of the format, I find Leonin Arbiter incredibly obnoxious. I'm not saying the deck is too good. I'm just saying the deck is very obnoxious and punishing in a way that I find very unfun and very obnoxious. Kind of similar to Dredge. Like, it's just like you're gonna lose to it sometimes and there's just nothing you can do, and that sucks. Well, Stifle is, again, so getting Tails ended in Modern is super obnoxious. Getting Stifled in Legacy nowhere near as obnoxious, because that's a thing that's fairly common. Like, it happens a lot. And the good Legacy players, you'll see that they're just ready for that when it happens. They're like, oh yeah, that's the thing. Legacy is definitely a very different world than Modern, for sure. Yeah, the staple cards are staples. Yeah, it's like saying Daze is a feel bad card in Legacy. It's like, no, it's not. It's part of the format. Force of Will is a feel bad card in that format. It's no. This is just the thing that everyone expects to happen. Yes, and that's true, Spider, but that's not always an option, and it's not always good enough. That's what I'm talking about. It's not like you choose your keeps in Modern based on, oh, what if they're on taxes? Oh, I can't keep this hand if I'm against taxes. Whereas, like, in Legacy, you're constantly going like, oh, can I keep this hand against Wasteland? Can I keep this hand against Force of Will? Can I keep this hand against a turn 1 kill? Yeah, yes. Ragavan is... No, but Ragavan's the same thing, except Ragavan is something that everyone knows is there. Currently, the whole of Modern is bent around the fact that Ragavan DRC and Hammer Time and, everyone is playing these hyper-efficient, hyper-aggressive early game creatures, and everyone knows that. So it's fine. Like, yeah, it's obnoxious, but if you play by the rules, it's not that bad. But that's the thing, is like that was the thing that annoyed me about Taxes before, was that Taxes is one of those decks that's just, yeah, I know Taxes is unplayable right now, which is why I mentioned Taxes before. And the recent Taxes decks weren't playing Arbiter, because they were playing a lot more Search Effects and Imperial Recruiters and value cards, and I like that. That's awesome. I love Stoneforge Mystic. I love Mirren Crusader. I love Flicker Wisp. Yeah, Luris is the biggest defender because it's in so many different shells. And it's a very different card in all of them, but it's super, super powerful in all of them. Yeah, Taxes might be able to come back a little bit with Tron coming up. We'll see. You want Titan to come back too, right? Well, they're not Taxes. They're the value half of the Taxes deck, but they don't have the Taxes half of the Taxes deck. It's a very different deck. Titan's almost unwinnable? That's so weird to me. I guess they flip so many lands in from their hand. Assuming the pilot is good. Fair. What the hell am I doing here against Murktide? I've literally no idea what my plan is supposed to be. Am I supposed to take all my sagas? That seems like crazy, but probably correct. Is the format better without Bauble? I mean, it is, but then you're just making things like Hammer Time way better. I don't know if that's going to make a lot of people happy. Hammer Time does not use Mishra's Bauble. Lantern has to be better than something. I think I'm boarding out the sagas. So this is like one of the things I don't like about this deck, is because I'm about to be running into being massacred by hate, like artifact hate. I want to take out everything that's like not a value card. I don't even know if I'm supposed to have Bog or not. Like, I don't know. You don't think banning Bauble does much of anything? I mean, it kills all the Lurrus control decks. I mean, pretty hard. It nerfs the hell of Dragon's Rage Channeler. Sure. No, it's... I mean... I'm not going to say that's bad, Callie, but it definitely... Yeah, I would enjoy Lurrus being banned and Bauble remaining. And then we could see where Bauble's at after that. Yeah, I don't think it's worthwhile. Because they always have stuff in their graveyard to sack. Alright, let's see if I can hit a fetch. Either way, we're not going to get to kill this until next turn. Damn. They are on a one-lander? Damn. Should have played the tap land. I really should have played the tap land. Please play this. Please play the 3-4. Bland Lurrus, we see a lot more Urian. I'm okay with that. Perfect. Counter it. You have to. He's your only hope. You have to. God damn it. Counter it. You have to. God damn it. Oh, I don't think Urza Saga's getting banned. Should have rebanned Grief? I'm confused by that statement. Force Spike. If they have a counterspell, they have to do it now. I mean, otherwise they're just doing nothing this... I mean, I guess they could have, like, Thought Scour. Wow. I don't know what just happened, but I'm very okay with it. Yeah, that's definitely a thing that Canister was talking about on stream with Jagantha. Oh, they had a petty theft. That's... Okay, I get it. I did that in Elementals a bunch of times. I was like, buy my Kahira, pitch it to Solitude. It's a legacy player move. Because I remember Strifo doing that a ton of times with Urian. Buy your Urian and pitch it to Force of Will. Hey, opponent. Hey, I like these apples. Proactive free spells are not good for Modern? Well, I mean, a lot of the ones that are being annoying right now are the reactive ones too, though, right? So I don't know. Personally, I would like Modern to be less about free spells. Just in general. Just across the board. Because, like, Legacy's a great format for free... Let the Legacy players play the free spells. Yeah, well, they want to, right? Banning Bauble after giving us all the incarnations seems unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, it's already happened, right? Now we have a real Delver deck, finally, and it doesn't have Delver in it. Yeah, probably. Once all the legacy players just get onto the fact that there's no reason to have like sanctioned legacy tournaments, um, and so that they can just have them all be with proxies, then might get there. Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that one, Kaya. Even though I love a lot of these cards. Just want y'all to know I did not expect my chat ever to have so many wonderful, like, insightful, intelligent members of the modern community in it, and I'm super, super happy to... Oh, I finally fucked up an EE. It's okay, I have an elemental to block a Ragavan if they Ragavan. I punted! No, I didn't. Yes, I did! No, I didn't. I can't attack here. Do I have lethal? I don't have lethal. I had lethal if I had pinged them, or if they sacked their land. Okay, it'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, Unholy Heat is pretty obnoxious. Okay, they've put themselves into lethal range here. Of course, if they have a bolt, I'm just dead anyway, so... Although I could have an endurance, and they might play around it. Although they could have counterspell into bolt. Ooh, they're doing stuff. Heat was the biggest mistake in MH2. Oh, I don't know about that. That set has Ragavan. Interesting. They have to kill the Wrenn or me. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Red has a lot of card draw now. Should not have hit Planeswalkers. It would be fine. Yeah. Or it could do less than 6. Jesus. 1 red, destroy target Planeswalker. Like, unreal. Or Unholy Heat would be fine if it wasn't for Mishra's Bubble and Dragon's Rage Chandler turning it on, like, so easily. Oh, okay. No, the EE punt is going to be real now. Yeah, the EE punt is going to be real now. Yeah. Alright, well. Maybe... No, I don't think there's an out for me now. But we'll try. Yeah, 1 mana Dreadbore. If I had left in the Zuran Orb, I could draw that. That would actually be really hot right now, so I'll probably bring it back for game 3. Yeah. Didn't draw removal. So. Attacks each combat if able, but is allowed to block. Yeah, alright. Cool. Should be an upgraded Flame Slash. Yeah, it could be a sorcery. Yeah, the funny thing is it didn't make control a better archetype. So I want the Zuran Orb back. Yeah, I think ending is pretty okay because the thing is, ending always trades on rate for mana. That's the thing about Heat that's I find really obnoxious as a person who plays a lot. It's like the number of times people go like Heat, snap, Heat, destroy like a Prime Time and a Planeswalker with like 5 loyalty on it. It's like 11 mana worth of mana value worth of permanence. Like, it's just like that's the efficiency in some of the decks right now is just unreal. Yeah, exactly. Well, especially all next to each other. Like, that's the thing. Yeah, like, that has created, like, a bunch of different decks. Grixis Luris, Blue-Red Murktide, the mono-red mid-range deck cannibalized that shell. No one wants to believe that Vile is bad. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And red was already one of the best colors. I was asking for something for red to get banned when they were talking about banning Uro. It's like, well, you got to ban something from red, right? Please, something, anything. Just because Lavidart Swiftspear was just the worst at the time. Oh, I was like a ban dart guy. You could come in here and be like, "What do you want banned in Modern?" I was like, Lavidart. I'm in for Kaya's hot takes. Yeah, it's not good enough. Yeah, that's the hand. That's the hand. The only question is, what do I ship? I don't want to ship one of the lands. Man, I don't want to ship anything. Ship the Valakut. Seems like it ends up being a pretty good sequence. I'm not playing ending on 2, but I'm playing ending on 3 or 4. Yeah. Yeah, Wrenn is every land, right? I'm waiting on the Kai list. Unholy Heat, Lurrus, Wrenn, Manamorphose, Sigarda's Aid. I mean, I can't say yes to Wrenn. But again, I don't know if Lurrus needs to be banned I don't know if Sigarda's Aid needs to be banned if you ban Lurrus, because technically one of the axes that deck functions on is Teferi probably should go. I would like Teferi and Force of Negation to go, just as a package. Just send them both home. Yeah, the thing is, Lurrus hits so many decks. That's why I want it to go. I think I just jammed Chalice here, because it's just like the most insane upside. We don't know that anything from Titan needs to go, although. Yeah, I think banning Lurrus would unban things like Jace. It would stop a lot of decks from being so obnoxiously slick. Okay, I think they have double cantrip. God, I hate this moment. Please resolve. Please resolve. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's... What is it other than Lurrus that makes Hammer better than Infect? The fact that it doesn't have to play as many bad cards. The things, pump spells are temporary, hammers are permanent. Because Sigarda's Aid allows you to... allows you to turn your pumps, allows you to turn hammers into +10/+10s, right? But Paladin picks up the hammers once they're in play, and Paladin cantrips the hammers. So I mean, it's a lot of things, right? But it's, Infect can't reload, Hammer Time can. It's not just Paladin, right? It's everything that deck is. It's the fact that it's permanent based instead of spell based. It's a lot of stuff. I feel like once you start seeing Chalice in the main, it's not a sign of a healthy Modern. No, at the power level Modern is now at, Chalice in main is something we should expect and not be upset about. Because it's a mainstay of Legacy, so we're there now. We Legacy now. I'm winning on a lot of metrics, Mike. It's great. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Chompy, but it also nerfs a bunch of very reasonable artifact decks. Maybe you don't care about that. But Bobble's so fair. Yeah. So I can turn off their Delirium, but it doesn't save Wrenn. But they're down to 1 card in hand? So I'm just going to Endurance and start beating them down. Just hope I draw something. I have all the colors I need right now. We're also going to exile the DRC. Notorious DRC. Can I draw a Dryad? Oh, that's better. Never mind. Remember how I asked for a Dryad? Ignore me, chat. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me, sweet, beautiful Fran deck. I know not what I say. Womp. Shit, I should have played this pre-combat. Does it mean I shouldn't attack? Bobble is not free. It's not a free cantrip. It is. Okay, we won. Got there. Good. Play land first for sure. Yeah, I forgot how Titania worked. All right, we got him anyway. Yeah, you're right. I literally forgot that Titania doesn't need them to enter the battlefield with her in play or anything like that. That's okay, Chaos Theory. No one's required to have their takes on Magic make 100% sense. Mine certainly don't. Oops. Bobble's overrepresented, though, because Luris is overrepresented, right? Like, it's the Bobble was not a particularly well-played card before, and Bobble made a lot of people play a lot of bad decks with Embry in it, me included, and keep a lot of bad hands, me included. So a lot of decks are playing Bobble, which shouldn't see all the Asmo decks. I mean, the good Asmo decks don't play Bobble. The smart Asmo decks don't see Bobble. But the only reason that you play Bobble and Asmo is if you're playing Emry. But Emry's terrible because that's a trap in this format. Are you starting every 2 games? Do you have 2 monitors? Yes. And how did you fix it? Because I would love to know how to stop my client from seizing up so brutally. Butt Bobble says draw a card. Yeah, but it slowly. Again, like it's not. It doesn't cycle. It's slow. There's a reason people didn't play it before. Your monitors were at different refresh rates. One was 59 hertz, one was 60 hertz. Apparently .NET applications do not like that. What? Whoa. How do I fix that? Do I just go into the control panel? We're gonna keep this. See where we go. They just skipped their turn 1. Oops. I wonder if they just played a game where they were going to timeout and they had all their stops off. It looked like it. It's on display, like on the monitor, or in like your like Windows or your browser. No, not browser. What the hell do you call that? Right click on your desktop, display settings, advanced. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay. Refresh rate 60 on that one. No, they're both on 60. Yeah, it is showing them correctly. Maybe I can change them though? This one I can turn up. Can I turn up the other one? No, I can't. No, it's all good. Anyone who has a potential solution, I'm happy to hear it. There's no 1-mana counter in Modern right now. Because we still don't have freaking... what do you call it? Force Spike. Not that we should. Although. I need green-red. I don't need it, but I want it. One day Force Spike will be like... I mean, I hope so. No. I mean Force Spike. Force Spike is the card I'm worried about. Oh, is it Merfolk? It's Merfolk. Please play something with 1 toughness. I would love it. Damn it, opponent. No, Mana Tithe doesn't work off the island. Everyone always tells me Mana Tithe is legal when I say that, but it's like, that's not... Stub doesn't counter anything, though. You can play around the stub. Nobody's saying the things that I'm saying. Nobody understands my feelings. That's why there was a lull. Got it. So I can't play Wrenn and Six and Prismatic Ending here. You can play around Force Spike the same as Stub. No, you can play around Stub by not playing non-creature spells when they leave up the Stub. Like, that's how you play around the Stub, right? And then you're porting their mana, because they're like, oh, they didn't play a non-creature, but I'll wait to the next one. And then you just play the creature again, and they're like, I'm getting... Whereas, like, Force Spike, you just can fire it off no matter what. So I think we just go ending this. Yeah, and then we... Cool. Force Spike and Tog. Yeah, Psychotog should have been in freaking MH2. What happened? How did that not make it? Unreal. Like, it's not even that I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be good at all. That's not the point. Oh, shit. Yeah, I probably should have saved a Prismatic Ending. Because Psychotog is bad. Yeah, but it should be legal in Modern so that people could play it if they want. Like, I don't know. Psychotog in middle school? I mean, it's not... I don't want to say it's not a real format, because that's a stupid argument, but, like, it's not a real format. They don't want new players stuck in the Psychotog trap. Yeah, all those new players who are signing up for Modern. It's not bad. Don't you disrespect Mr. Teeth. There's no real Psychotog trap. He's just saying people would play it and it would be bad. Which is something they worry about a lot with WotC, apparently. Like, oh, we can't have people play a card that's not really supported, because then they'll feel bad that we put the card in the format, but then you can't play it. Like, why would we do that? Oh, so we just combo kill them here, huh? I think. Go flagstones. They can't force any of this. It's Modern, baby. It's Modern. Attack! I think my opponent has died. The Thalia trap was your life? But Thalia is playable. Thalia is nothing compared to the Psychotog trap. Yeah, that's fine. Thalia has nothing on how bad Psychotog would be. Can you attack for 48 next turn? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm about to push all my chips in, so... Tell that to the 1,000 darts she ate. Listen, I died a lot to Lavadart too. That doesn't mean Thalia is unplayable. Yasan is already a massive trap in Modern. I've never heard of Yasan, so probably. I think I've heard the card name before, but I don't know what it does at all. How the hell do I play against Merfolk? This thing and this thing, but not these things. Yeah. Yasan the Wanderer Bard. Is that from... Is that from AFR, The Adventures of the Forgotten Realms? The Bad Oath Creatures. The vibration was bad because I, like, imagine trying to cast that into Thalia. It's from a core set. Oh, okay. It's M15, okay. Oh, we want Pithing Needle for sure. And then I don't need Bog. Ghost Quarters may be fine. No, Ghost Quarters makes no sense, right? Trackers are probably okay, just because they're creatures. You could call it that, Chaos Theory. So Fran F. Paulus, the quote-unquote last Modern streamer, was an Amulet Titan expert, which is a fairly powerful deck in the Modern format. Not at the moment, but it'll come back. And at one point, he put... There was a green-white Titan variant, and then he put Aether Vial in it, and then he put Elvish Reclaimer in it. And from that point, it kind of spun into this Elvish Reclaimer green-white Field of the Dead deck that didn't even have Titan in it. And it ended up being quite good. And this is a modern evolution of that once Urza Saga came out. And then it expanded into Red to play Wrenn and Six. And I think that's pretty... Oh, right. You put Vial in to beat Aethergust. That's right. But I think I kind of carried the narrative of like how the initial versions came to be. All right, this hand is going to be a little bit way too slow, but actually I'm supposed to just get a Stomping Ground here. Bad fetch. And so yeah, and then eventually it just became was like, well, we don't need to play Aether Vial, we don't need to play Titan, we just play Reclaimer into Field of the Dead. No, actually they still played Titan. They just didn't play the Vials. Yikes. Wrenn can't kill Rishadan Dorkhand. I can't kill this either. But, I mean, for the record, nobody plays Dockhand. If that's actually something you're worried about. The good... Well, not nobody, but most of the good Merfolk lists I've seen don't play Dockhand. Tideshaper is way better. Like, not close. Yeah, a lot of people did. Turns out Port is not good enough for Modern. So we go Fetch Shock, path this. And hopefully I can find... Oh, they're. I don't think they're ever printing Port into Modern, because they don't want to print the kind of land interaction that would make Port an okay card to print in Modern. I don't think. I think I've shocked myself too much in this game, and it's going to be a problem. But maybe not. We'll see. Did they leave the mana hard cast force? Oh, they're playing counterspell. Wild. Was not expecting that. Do I have a lack of double... Oh my god, I have a lack of double green. I thought I was slamming Titania this turn. Oops. Yeah. No, you're on... Well, they left out their mana. That probably means they have another counterspell. So we're just getting tempoed out of this game. Yeah. Dying to Aether Violet creature deck on the play. No problem. Oh, you definitely do, Zamgigif. Like, playing straightforward linear decks, it lets you play Magic on a very different level than trying to play, like, decks that have a lot of complex play patterns. Obviously, you can think of the game on higher levels when you're playing a deck that has complex play patterns, but it's harder for most people to do. Yeah, but so Fear Phage, the point is you have a lot more headroom, to use a term. You have a lot more processing power to think of how many cards in hand does my opponent have? How carefully did they mulligan? How did they sequence their lands? How do I sequence my lands? Like but that's the point, is because it's straightforward, you can think of all the non-game pieces way more clearly, because you don't need to worry about the game pieces. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, people playing Taxes outplay people too. People playing Grixis Luris outplay people too. Yeah, Etron, you outplay people all the time. But it comes from putting enough reps in that it becomes a little bit more routine. Aggro Chairs, thanks for the follow. Yeah. But on the flip side, as the Omnath player, I've outplayed a lot of Burn players. Now, maybe it's not as difficult, I don't know. Like, I don't know who the onus is on, but, like, I've played against Burn a lot of times, and for some specific reasons, I had a lot of motivation to be very good at it at a certain point in my life. And so, and I played a lot of decks that were very bad against Burn, so I had to squeeze out every tiny iota of value. Yeah, I mean, it happens to everyone, Callie. Sometimes you're like, oh, this decision is easy, and then half a second later you're like, wait, no! You hate losing to Burn, that's why you only play 2-color decks. That is a strategy. Okay, so we're gonna Flagstone ramp this turn, so we can go Dryad into Wrenn and Six next turn. Seems hot. Oh my god, Kaya, that was unreal to watch. But it's also kind of heartening for me. Like, I love watching good players play really badly, because then I'm like, oh, thank god I'm not the only one. Thanks, Chaos Theory, I definitely will. Follow him on Twitter if you have Twitter. Do him a solid. Do your man Randy a solid. Good stuff. Start standing him. I mean, if we could get a whole thing going, Like, Spike liked the call-out video, so maybe we can make it a whole thing. We'll see. The line that people were telling you to make wasn't going to work since boat can't kill bridge. I thought so, but the one I said at the beginning, which was get the boat instead of the bridge, I think that line was very reasonable. Because it blocked the Scion of Draco, no problem. And it's like, if they have a burn spell, that's fine. They could lose the Scion and then trade the Scion plus a burn spell for the boat. And they can't Tribal Flames it because that's a sorcery. If they Tribal Flames your TKS, you animate in response. Which I can't believe I'm remembering that game state as well as I am, by the way. I'm not a smart man. Usually. I'm remembering it more than you are. Scary. They had only the Scion of Draco. I think they had nothing else. And you had only the TKS and the Karn. And what happened? There was something that happened where you tapped 4 mana. Oh, you tapped 4 for the TKS. You had 6 left. And then they Force of Vigored. And you could have bounced the Batterskull. And then I forget what else they killed. But anyway. Yikes. That's annoying. Not too bad. Damn it. Oof. Ah, damn it. What is this gonna be? You should not be. There's a Valakut literally in play. Yeah, but there's a Valakut in play. At least they can't make one of my lands into an island, because I could just sack it in response. So maybe we'll be okay here if they don't have another lord. Right, yeah. Well, and there was a bunch of other things. Like, not picking up the Batterskull wasn't necessarily a problem, but it's like the fact that you bridged yourself. It was like, wait, now how do I do things? Svalin, sure. Gives the other Merfolk ward, that's fine. Animates the 4/4, sure. Please attack. I'm gonna eat one of your lords, right? Meow. Delicious. They're attacking Wrenn and Six? Sure. I'll shuffle in my Dryad. Up my Dryad density. I know it's my only fetch land, but I'm going to be putting other lands in the graveyard. Oh, I can't. That's fine. This is better anyway. Oh, that's probably game. They just tap the Saga now. Yeah. I am a very skilled player sometimes. I'm gonna needle their Vial or their Mutavault. I'm not making a construct. I'm not. I think I should get the Vial. Yeah, Vial. So I need a 6th land in play. I need to put the Dryad in play first. They have 1 mana open. So, but I can respond with Reclaimer. And the land I want to play out of my hand this turn is Saga. Okay, cool. Now we're set up properly. So we play Dryad. I can tap this. Play the Saga to my hand. Trigger. Kill that. Yeah, I could pay for that, no problem. And this, sorry, how does this work? Has indestructible as long as you control at least 2 other merfolk, which they won't. They can't. I'd have the extra land drop right now, but I don't need to use it, but I don't need to not use it. Oh, but I can Valakut. Okay, I can get the second Valakut first. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out the right way to do it, Callie, because I just not played these decks. We're going to kill a Svalin. I was just trying to figure out how I was going to do it. No. I'm definitely killing the Svalin. That's not the question. The question was how was I doing it? Because I haven't... Because I'm getting on a second Valakut. Unless I don't have one. Yeah, I do. Thought so. Okay, opponent, I think I beat you. Not sure. Wasn't this lethal? Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think they can come back from this, no matter what. Yeah, Dryad's super obnoxious. I really would like this card to go away. It's... I don't know. I'm sure it was carried. You can definitely count on me to miss lethal, especially with a deck like this. All right, we'll finish the league. We got there. I'm exhausted, but we'll finish the league. I don't know if I'm gonna play the challenge tomorrow, but I'll see. I might stream. I'll stream tomorrow night if I don't play this challenge. Mons' Goblin Raiders. Well, no. That's not what I mean, Callie. I don't like the Primeval Titan Amulet deck, but like I just wish they couldn't play Dryad with Titan. That's the only thing that drives me nuts. You don't like Amulet? Yeah, I mean, Amulet's so neat, like in concept. It's like Dryad's such a neat concept. Now the reliquaries with Leak and Legacy, not with Wasteland. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Dryad, turn 3 Win is, yeah. Right, but then they also do all the other things with it, right? Like, sometimes they're like, Titan combo attack you for 8, and you're like, oh, okay. And then they're like, okay, Summoner's Pact for Dryad, 12 you. Sometimes you get 24 before they even go to combat. It's like, what? Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about, Rangelraz, but there's no Wasteland in Modern. Can I keep this hand? No. It's kind of a mulligan already. That's a good one. I'm going to ship the Zuran Orb. No, I agree with you, Freak. I'm just saying. How you doing, Freak? Randy's been getting a really good response over the last couple days. So, did you see the TikTok? You weren't on last night. Randy's getting in a beef with Aspiring Spike, and Aspiring Spike is into it. Because he was literally asking on stream for someone to do it. I don't play Legacy. Wasteland is more oppressive than Port, right? Yeah. Way more. Much more ubiquitous. Many more people playing Wasteland and Port. Port is in a limited number of decks. It's not oppressive because everyone knows about it, but like, yeah. Well, again, it doesn't have to exist, but it's a good thing it does, or at least it's a balancing force. It's like Chalice in Legacy. Night, Dunlin Cat. Chalice in Legacy being a turn 1 play is like... They have Riftbolt? They have Skewer. Sucks to be me. Until... Do I GQ them here? No, I wait until I can GQ with Titania, right? Yeah, no, I agree, Carrion Lich. Like, Legacy has its own form of balance, and putting one element into Modern, like Wasteland, without the other elements that balance it out would be foolish. Foolhardy, to say the least. Yeah, if you keep... Well, or, like, you were unlucky, and... That's Magic, right? Sometimes you're unlucky. Play land first, lol. Not that it matters with Chalice. Yeah. I should have. You're right. Ah, no. Ah, I knew I could do it, and I just lazed my way badly. It doesn't matter. We're fine. I knew how to do that, and I'm just exhausted. I said I was exhausted. When we... Listen, we can't lose this, right? Right? I probably should have attacked with Dryad anyway. Even when we got into this one, I've been wiped out. Hit Sugu's second right. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad. It's not the best. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I could have ghost quartered my... No, I couldn't. I was tapped out. We have a blocker. We'll be fine. Go to one opponent. You can do it. Oh, they're staying in this game. Oh, good. I was afraid it would be too easy. I have 2 blockers? I have 3 blockers, actually. Land Ritual? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you GQ the Flagstones, exactly. Yeah. I had 2 blockers. That's what I was saying. All right. I think I want this guy. Maybe Mir, maybe. Okay, so we don't need Bog. I guess I'll keep the GQ. That was the point where they decided they couldn't win. I mean, maybe they were just in denial the whole game, you know what I mean? Like, it happens. It's fine. I feel like map is something I don't need here. It's just like too grindy. Do you think Tooth and Nail could be a deck in Modern? I mean, it could be a deck. You can play the card Tooth and Nail. It's just there's a 6-mana Tooth and Nail. Why Endurance? Because it's a 3/4 flash blocker. I just want more things that pad my life total. So there's a 6-mana version of Tooth and Nail that's just better, which is called Primeval Titan. Because the thing is, the best way to cast... Or there's a 7-mana version of Tooth and Nail that's called Karn Liberated. Like, that's the problem. It's like, you could do it, but you're just doing a big mana thing that's worse than the other big mana things. So, if you want to do it, please do it and have the most fun you can. But if you're like, if you're trying to make it a deck like that people care about and want to play more, it's not going to be able to put up results, I don't think. But you can go prove me wrong. People did that when they visit Reborn. A lot of people said that can't be a deck, and then it was. Wrenn and Six is pretty bad here. Heartless Summoning Titans. Yeah, that's an awesome deck. Do I want Path? Yeah, probably better than Wrenn and Six. Yeah, or no, Primetime, right? Oh, Unmarked Grave Titan, not Unmarked Grave Titan. We're not keeping that. I don't mirror. I have very little good feeling for Elder Dragon Highlander or Commander. Unfortunately. I plays Urza in EDH. I would probably. But I play it very casual. You know what I played in EDH when I did play it? Do you know what I played? I bet no one can guess what my commander was. I bet no one can guess what my commander was when I built the deck in EDH. No. Tell anyone if they get it. Mike, don't tell them if you remember. No. Colors? Mono black. Mono black. Grizzle Daddy? Nope. Nah, that's way too good. Nope. I'll give you a hint. It was the protest choice. Ah, Jig got it! Jig got it. I played Phage the Untouchable with no way to cheat her. My commander was commander in name only. She could not enter the battlefield unless someone else had a way to do it. And the point of it was that I wanted to have it be a point in the game where I played Phage and someone countered it. Or did something so it didn't enter play. Do you earn VIP for guessing? You already have a crowny thing. Oh, that's Prime Gaming. I don't know. Chalice is on top. That's going to be too late, huh? I'm going to check block anyway because I have a second Reclaimer. Blocking this Swift Spear is almost definitely blocking more damage, but we'll see. I'll be doing something funny I've been waiting to do if I view... Alright! I'm game. I'll take it away if I need to. Alright. I don't know what VIP really does, so enjoy. Yeah, she's from Legions. That's correct. So I've got Endurance, or I could play like Reclaimer Chalice. I guess I'm playing Reclaimer Chalice. Yeah, the weird Chromophage thing, Corona. Yeah, we're praying to the non-dying. Thanks for the follow, Jig. Wait, what? I did top 8 a challenge with turns. I already did that. That's been done, you nerd. I did expect you to be a follow ages ago. I don't care that you didn't. It's not a... That's funny. Yeah. Well done. You got me good. Alright, we did die on turn 4 here to this burn player, so, like, it's a pretty good game from them. Let's see if we can get game the third. Am I supposed to have E against burn? I never know. It's like, it's so slow sometimes, but... All right. Better than Wrenn? Yeah, probably. Yeah, this is a pretty good hand. Okay, good. Draw me a land, buddy. Give it here. Nice, thanks. Flagstones off the top. Flagstones off the top! I mean, I don't need it this turn because I'm going to kill that. Should have been a fetch? I don't understand. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. I guess... Because the 1/2 is not really an effective blocker. Well, if they only have one land again and they play Swiftspear... Goblin Guide. Shit. Explore on top. Is that good? Not really. I need to get an Urza Saga going. I don't know, Freak. Does this deck have a fountain? I don't think it does. Burn wasn't big before. We just need to get Saga going ASAP. I think that means I'm playing Explore into block with Reclaimer and sack a land. I could GQ myself to get the 3/4 Reclaimer. So we could play Dryad into... No, I'd play Dryad this turn, obviously. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. I can go and explore into Dryad, right? No, I can't. I can't do anything clever this turn. But Dryad is good enough. Dryad will set me up for Valakut, though. No. Okay. That was unexpected. Damn. I need the Reclaimer. I don't need the Reclaimer anymore, but... Yeah, I should probably block sooner rather than later. Oh, I should have fetched a tap. Oh. Play this land. Play Titania. Oh, GQ was better to leave up than a fetch. That's fine. I should have played the Saga and then had the GQ for the... Yeah. Perfect. Now I have a blocker for Goblin Guide. Or 2 blockers for Goblin Guide. Titania's kind of great, huh? Not gonna lie. Yeah. I understand Carrion Lich. Like, I definitely can pressure them. I don't think they can attack either. Could have cast Explorer then played... Yeah, you're probably right. Well, no, that doesn't get me to this spot, though, where I had the 2 fetches up, but I probably could have done it with the GQ up, and that would have been good enough. Because the way I set it up was, like, if they had Bolt, I still get 1 5/3 Elemental. Okay, this was ridiculous. This was a very strange way for them to do this, right? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Remember that part where we goofed some of the things? What if nothing ever mattered? And we always won? Yeah. Like a redo? Excuse me. I believe you have my I believe you have my match win. I believe that you and I was told I would have a match win and they said it would be that I would that I love that movie. No talent ass clown. burn the place to the ground. And I'll go online and I'll leave a negative review for this establishment. Not 100% on how... I don't think there's any card in Modern that gets them out of this situation. But, I don't think there's a basic. It's the White Fog Holy Day. The original. Is it the original? No, it's the second one. Yeah. Holy Day Pog. Grove of the Burn Willows hit his second right. Mike's on his shit today. Alright, opponent, take 30. I mean, or less. It's up to you, but deflecting palm. Alright, choose one. Alright. So we 4-1'd with this deck, and it kind of was easy. Chalice was great. This deck was a blast and a half. If I actually knew how to sideboard it. I feel like we could have gotten that last one. Yeah, this deck was fire. I mean, we kind of used every part of the Buffalo, too. Like, Titania was huge a bunch of games. Dryad was huge in, like, not that many games, but the ones where it was huge. Oh, that was right. Mill was unbeatable. We got crushed by Mill and it wasn't close. My bad. No. We beat the Blue-Red Murktide deck in the third one. Yeah. So, is Zuran Orb good enough? Oh, yeah. Do you know why this is in here, Mike? This was huge. This stole us a game. because with Titania, you could sack your whole board. Yeah, but you get to fetch it with Saga, and then the life gain is theoretically not irrelevant. Yeah, this deck can do very, very silly things because of that. So, yeah, this was super fun. If I knew how to sideboard it better, it would be good. If we had an Eldrazi in the sideboard, it might be helpful. Although they have Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and like we boarded in 3 Endurances at against Mill, but I was very distracted while we were playing that match, and I didn't mulligan aggressively to it at all, so that's on me. So not sure if that's totally unwinnable. I mean, everyone seems to say it's a very, very bad matchup, so it's probably not totally unwinnable. It's definitely not a good matchup. Anywho, I don't know if I'm going to post this on YouTube, but if I do, I didn't do a proper deck tech on it. I apologize for that. Maybe I'll download this and splice one in. But if we got to the end of the video and you're here with me, thanks for watching. Click that like button, smash that subscribe button. Check out whatever other videos of mine that you would like to, and I will see you there. For everyone live, that's it for me tonight. Freak is apparently not streaming, so we'll pick one of our other good great friends in the queues. Thanks, Kyrian Lich. I really thank everyone for like the honest feedback about Randy and all this stuff. I really mean it. Like, thank you all. For anyone who doesn't like the Randy streams, they're gonna happen. I will do my best to broadcast when they're gonna be happening. I'll figure out like a time that I'm gonna do them, and then I'll schedule it. I'll stick to that, and I'll try to be a little bit more responsible at that. For everyone who does like Randy, there's gonna be more Randy. You can choose not to engage with Randy. That's fine. I think he's fun. Other people think he's fun. Getting in beef with other streamers will be fun. Spike's already on board. I don't know if Freak, you saw this today, that Spike responded to the TikTok from yesterday and thought it was funny. So Randy can beef people where I and other real streamers, that would be a little bit inappropriate, but he can be the heel that online Magic content needs a little bit, because we don't have one. And then we got into a really long discussion about Jeff Hoagland, which was I don't want to get back into, but it's not like Hoagland at all. We already had this discussion. Hoagland's not a heel. He's just kind of a jerk, but at least he's very honest about the jerk that he's. I don't want to get into the whole thing again. Is there anyone actually playing Modern? There's Bruce By. So I think we're rating Bruce By. Hoagland's not a true heel because it's not a bit. I think a heel, it has to be a bit. Like, being a face and being a heel is not about who you actually are. It's about who you're portraying. It's about the character you're trying to play and the type of. He's funny in an owl suit. Yeah, he's just an honest guy. Like, he just is exactly who he is. He's very honest about it. I know real people who are very much like him. Like, they have low patience, they don't take a lot of crap, and they're very clear about who they are. That's it. You don't have to like them, but at least you know exactly who they are. Alright, so I'll send you guys over to Bruce By. Does a lot of very brewy stuff. Very cool. He's been big on the Glimpse of Tomorrow decks. He's playing Domain Glimpse right now, which sounds pretty hilarious. So let's check it out. Night, guys.